If you own a home in Frisco, Prosper, Plano, or anywhere in Collin County, there's a very good chance you're overpaying on your property taxes right now. And the worst part, nobody is explaining how this system actually works. Online estimates, they're wrong. Your builder's quote probably missing a mud or peat tax that could add $1,000 or more to your annual bill. And that appraisal notice you got in the mail last April, you had a legal right to fight it, and most people just threw it away. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how property taxes work in Collin County, what your tax bill actually includes, how to protest your appraisal step by step, and the hidden taxes that catch buyers off guard every single day. I'm Neda with Houses by Neda at Real Broker, and this is the property tax education that should have come with your house keys. Let's get into it. Here's what most people get wrong. You don't pay one property tax in Collin County. You pay taxes to multiple entities, and each one sets its own rate independently. When you add them all up, that's your total tax rate. Let me show you exactly who's taxing you and how much. First, Frisco ISD. Their rate is $1.02 per $100 of value. This is the biggest piece, roughly 60% of your total bill. Second, the city of Frisco. Their rate is about 43 cents per hundred. Third, Collin County. Their rate is about 15 cents per hundred. And fun fact, they haven't raised that rate in 33 consecutive years. And fourth, Collin College at about 8 cents per hundred. So for a typical Frisco home, your combined base tax rate is roughly 1.67%. On a $600,000 home before exemptions, we're talking about $10,000 or more in annual property taxes. But here's the thing that trips people up. That base rate assumes no special districts. If your neighborhood sits inside a mud or a peat, your effective rate can jump to 2.5% or even higher. I'll break down exactly what those are in a few minutes because this is where buyers get blindsided. But first, let's talk about the biggest tool you have to lower your bill. If you live in your home as your primary residence and you haven't filed your homestead exemption yet, stop this video right now and go do it. Seriously, this is free money you're leaving on the table. Here's what the homestead exemption does. Starting in 2026, the school district homestead exemption is $140,000. That means the first $140,000 of your home's value is completely exempt from school taxes. For a homeowner in Frisco ISD, that alone saves you roughly $1,400 a year. On top of that, the city of Frisco now offers a 20% homestead exemption, the maximum allowed by state law. Collin County offers a 5% exemption with a $5,000 minimum. And if you're over 65 or disabled, there are additional exemptions and a tax freeze that locks your school taxes in place. Here's how you file. Go to collincat.org. Download the Residential Homestead Exemption application. Mail it to the Central Appraisal District of Collin County at 250 West El Dorado Parkway in McKinney. There is no fee to file. And the deadline is April 30th, but you can file up to 2 years late and still get retroactive savings. This is the single most important thing you can do as a Texas homeowner. It is free. It takes 10 minutes and it will save you real money every single year. And here's a bonus most people don't know. The homestead exemption also caps how fast your appraised value can increase at 10% per year. That's huge in a market like Collin County where home values have been climbing. Now let's talk about the part that scares most people, protesting your property tax appraisal. And I want to start by busting the biggest myth. Protesting is not confrontational. It is not rude. It is not adversarial. It is a legal right that the state of Texas gives every homeowner, and the system is literally designed for you to use it. Every year, the Collin County Appraisal District, called CCAD, determines the market value of your property. That's the value they use to calculate your taxes. If you believe that number is too high, and in Collin County it frequently is, you have the right to challenge it. Step 1. Know your deadline. The protest deadline in Collin County is May 15th or 30 days after you receive your notice of appraised value, whichever is later. For 2026, CCAD is expected to mail notices around April 15th, and the filing deadline is May 15th, 2026. Mark it on your calendar right now. If you miss this date, you lose your right to protest for the entire year. Step 2. File your protest. You have 3 options. Option 1, file online through CCAD's e-services portal using the PIN on your appraisal notice. This is the fastest way. Option 2, mail in a notice of protest form. Option 3, deliver it in person to their office at 250 El Dorado Parkway in McKinney. Their doors lock at 4 p.m. sharp, but there's a drop box that's emptied at midnight on the deadline. Step 3, gather your evidence. This is where most people fail. You can't just say, I think my taxes are too high. You need evidence. Here are the 3 strongest types of evidence the Appraisal Review Board responds to. First, comparable sales. Pull 3 to 5 recent sales of similar homes in your area that sold for less than your appraised value. This is where having a real estate agent in your corner is incredibly powerful. I can pull MLS data that the appraisal district doesn't always have. Second, equity comparisons. Show that similar homes in your neighborhood are appraised lower than yours. CCAD has to assess the properties uniformly, and if your neighbor's similar home is assessed lower, that's a strong evidence. Third, property condition issues. If your home has deferred maintenance, foundation problems, flood risk, or anything that reduces its market value, document it with photos. Step 4, the informal hearing. After you file, CCAD will schedule an informal meeting where you sit down with an appraiser and present your case. This is not a courtroom, it is a conversation. And honestly, the majority of successful protests are resolved right here. Come prepared, be respectful, and let the evidence do the talking. Step 5, formal hearing before the Appraisal Review Board. If you can reach an agreement informally, your case goes to the Collin County Appraisal Review Board, a panel of local citizens who hear both sides and make a decision. You can attend in person, by phone, or by video. You can even submit a sworn written statement if you can't attend. And one more thing, the ARB is required to offer evening and Saturday hearing times. So don't let your work schedule stop you from exercising this right. Okay, now I need to talk about something that costs North Texas buyers real money, and almost nobody explains it clearly. MUD, taxes, and PIT assessments. If you're buying in a newer master planned community in Frisco, Prosper, Celina, or anywhere in the growth corridor, there is a very good chance your neighborhood sits inside a municipal utility district, a public improvement district, or both. And these add significant costs on top of your base property tax rate. Let me start with MUDs. A MUD is a special taxing district created to build infrastructure, water, sewer, drainage for new developments. Developers use them because the city can't always extend services to outlying areas fast enough. The catch? Homeowners inside the MUD repay those bonds through an additional property tax. MUD rates in Collin County can add anywhere from 85 cents to $1.20 per $100 of value. On a $500,000 home, that's an extra $4,200 to $6,000 per year. And here's what most people don't realize. MUD taxes have no set expiration date. They stay with the home from one owner to the next. Now, PITs work a little differently. A PIT is created by a city to fund public improvements, parks, streetscapes, enhanced roads. Unlike a MUD, a PIT assessment is typically fixed once the bonds are sold. So you know the amount at closing. PID assessments usually run 20 to 40 years, and they can sometimes be paid off in full upfront. Here's why this matters so much. One neighborhood might have a total tax rate of 1.9%, while the community across the street is at 2.7%, purely because of a MUD or PID. That's a difference of $4,000 a year on a $500,000 home. And online calculators almost never show this. So before you make an offer on any home in North Dallas, here's your checklist. Pull the property's current tax statement from the Collin County Tax Office website. Look up the parcel on CCAD and check which taxing entities apply. Ask the builder, developer, or listing agent directly. Is this property inside a MUD or a PID? And always have your agent run the true all-in tax calculation before you commit. This is one of the biggest reasons I created my buyer affordability calculator. Online lenders tell you what you qualify for, but they almost never account for MUD and PID taxes. I help my clients understand what they can actually afford, so you move in with confidence, not confusion. Let me put real numbers on the screen so you can see what Collin County property taxes actually look like in practice. A $600,000 home in Frisco ISD with no MUD or PID and a homestead exemption. You're looking at roughly $8,200 a year in property taxes. That's about $683 a month. That same $600,000 home in Frisco ISD, but inside a MUD, now you're at roughly $13,500 a year, over $1,100 a month. A $550,000 home in Prosper ISD with no special districts, about $8,800 a year. And a $500,000 home in Celina ISD with a PID, around $11,000 a year. See the difference? The home value are similar, but the annual tax bill can swing by $5,000 or more depending on your location and district. This is exactly the kind of thing that online calculators miss, and exactly why I walk every client through the real numbers before they make an offer. Listen, I started making these videos because I kept seeing the same thing over and over. Buyers shocked by their first real tax bill, homeowners who had no idea they could protest, families who bought in a MUD community without anyone explaining what that meant for their monthly payment. I come from an accounting and marketing background. I believe your agent's job is to show you what's real, not just what sells. That's why I built my buyer affordability calculator. It is why I do these deep dives. And it is why I offer a commission rebate of $3,000 to $7,000 back at closing to every buyer I work with. Because buying a home should feel empowering, not overwhelming. If you have questions about property taxes in Frisco, Prosper, Plano, Celina, Allen, or anywhere in North Dallas, drop a comment below. If you want a personalized tax breakdown for a home you're considering, reach out to me directly. My number is 469-960-5580, or find me on Instagram at Houses by Neda. And if this video saved you from even one expensive surprise, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend who's thinking about buying, because this is the information that should come standard with every home purchase in Texas. I'm Neda with Houses by Neda. I'll see you in the next one.